several police officers and students were injured during protests in Rongai held by students of the Multimedia University.
The students were angered by the death of their colleague, a 17-year-old first-year student who died on Sunday in a road accident in Langata.
They say the Matatu and the Ongata Line sacco it belongs to have been flouting traffic rules along the Magadi route, and even after their complaints to the police and the National Transport and Safety Authority, nothing has been done to tame them.
Andrew Ochieng was in Rongai and compiled the following report.
The protests started early in the morning, meaning an always busy route was now blocked, forcing the users to go elsewhere. At first, the police tried to negotiate with the students, urging for calm and for them to clear the road and let the traffic flow.
Tuna mount operations continuously mpaka tuhakikishe yale magari ambayo yanasumbua watu wameshikwa na kupelekwa kotini.
Tunataka haki kwa hii nchi. Tunataka haki.
That didn't happen, and the tear gas and stones started flowing. Often the students would be pushed back into their campus, but when the police ran out of firepower, it was them who were pushed back to the road. The back and forth saw 4 police officers hurt, most of them stoned. 9 students were also injured. When reinforcements were brought in, it appeared that the students had met their match, but the police retreated and allowed them to air their grievances. Once more, the road blocked and no traffic flowing. The students were protesting against the Ongata Line sacco, whose Matatu was involved in an accident on Sunday that led to the death of 4 people. Among them was their student, a teenage girl who they say had just joined them.
They are found of harassing private cars, whereas these public vehicles which are supposed to carry us travel at speeds even up to 100
kilometers,
at 130. Another thing, we want to ask the government to, if it has written 50 kilometers per hour, let this be enforced.
The students want the NTSA to enforce traffic regulations on the route. They want them to ensure discipline and order among the crews. They claim that they have been harassed and overcharged, and their numerous complaints to the police and NTSA have not been addressed, some as early as April this year, hence the protests.
There are some of them which are deregistered, but how comes they operate? Do we have transport mafias in this route? And if there are mafias, does the CS know? Does the NTSA know?
They said they would not be calm until a senior government official came to address them, especially from the Ministry of Interior. Among their demands is that the road next to their school be expanded and that the exorbitant fares be reduced. Today, they were not keen on seeing any Ongata Line sacco Matatu on the road. They were forced to make U-turns as they approached the campus to avoid the wrath of the students. They were also not happy with boda operators, one of whom they say hit a student and injured him today. Even after the ceasefire, the road remains closed for quite some time now because the students say the government has not been serious in addressing their grievances. The road was finally cleared when the final reinforcement of police came. The students scampered for safety, and this would be the end of the day's protests. In Rongai and its environs, passengers had been stranded due to the closure and the suspension of the Ongata Line sacco. The buses were parked in their yards, none of them moving today. And while some of the stranded decided to walk, others wanted more targeted measures to curb the Matatu menace on the Ongata-Rongai route.
Wachana na sacco ya Nairobi, hii mambo ya dereva mwenye hata aliangusha gari yako kijakani huko atumjui penye yako, na sisi wenyewe tunaumia huku hivi. Watafute gari ya sacco na wao mtafute, uache gari zingine kwa barabara. Si gari zote zilifanya accident kwa barabara, ni gari moja ilifanya accident kwa barabara.
There was no respite though, and they had to do with the available Matatus. Andrew Ochieng, NTV.